Hi guys, welcome to the latest video in this series. Well, we've made it. It's been a whole year, 12 months, 12 releases, one a month, and we finally got to the end. Now, if you remember last video, which was number 11, the film noir, I said that we weren't going to include that in our final piece just because it was so very different in style to what we've been doing. And I said we would come back and include number 12. Well, now I've heard it. Now I've seen what it is, I think I've decided I'm also not going to include it for the same reason. It's just so very different in style to what we've got that I don't really think it fits at all well. But we're going to go through it as always, and we'll just dive straight in. And for the last time, we're going to start off as we always do by reading this section of text here on the left. Haunting horns. AS adaptive sync, we'll come back to that in a bit. These powerful cluster crescendos are performed by the French horn and trombone sections. They were taken from Symphonia 4 Pandora. Adaptive sync is available to control the length of the crescendos in musical beats. Okay, so first thing is Symphonia 4 Pandora. I went and checked. So Symphonia 4 is the latest in their Symphonia release, and it's kind of action, it's horror, it's suspense, it's all of those kind of things. So you'll hear when you hear what this is like, why that fits straight in with that kind of style, but that's where it's from. It's the usual layout. The advanced tab is all exactly the same as always, nothing different there. All things you can change if you need to nuance the performance. The performance tab, again, is big central knob controlling something as always. We've got a tap, release, reverb, limiter, filter, stereo here on the right, same as always again. But this time we've got a couple of controls down here that will help us in a bit. You'll see from the keyboard at the bottom we've got just a limited range of notes available in this one, and as soon as we play it you will see why. So let's just dive right in. This is what the lower section sounds like. Okay, and then the upper section. Okay, so that is that upper section. I think to me sounds like it's very much like the minor, just the semitone change. The lower ones, and really someone else help me out please in the comments. I can't decide if they're thirds, fourths or fifths. Not entirely sure, and they might be different. And of course we've got the black notes in between available as well. So it's just different step changes between the two groups. Now the key things here, what going on, are our big knob of the controls on the right. Let's start with the controls on the right, just because they're a little bit easier. Adaptive sync. So quick explanation on adaptive sync. What adaptive sync does is it allows you to, when you're playing your stuff in, presuming you play in using a external keyboard and not just draw your MIDI notes in, it does what it says on the tin. It syncs adaptively to what you're playing. So there's two ways of using adaptive sync. There's beat length, well, object length in beats, and then there's also sync to a place. You'll see what that means. So adaptive sync, we've got a choice of beats, or we've got a choice of downbeat. So the beats choice is, so obviously your crescendo is going to last 4 beats in this particular case. When you put it onto downbeat, what happens is that as you play, it automatically syncs the crescendo to the next downbeat of your door whilst you're playing it in. Obviously these are all tempo synced to your door as well. So it doesn't matter when you press the key, it will sync the crescendo to the downbeat, or you got a choice of a specific length in beats. And then here, dynamics, velocity and mod wheel. So you got a choice of whether you want your dynamics to be on the mod wheel or whether you want it to be velocity based by how hard you press the key. So let's leave it in velocity and beats for a second. Let's just try velocity. I'll see if I press it very quietly. If you watch how far up the yellow bar rises on the velocity, if I press it gently, got up to about there. If I press it a little bit harder, got up to there. And if I give it a thump, you can see it go all the way to the top. as opposed to that being changed by the mod wheel, which can do. If I look down here in the bottom left hand corner, you can see the mod wheel controllers going up and down, as is the dynamic slider as I control the mod wheel up and down. So that's how you could do that, and that's your CC channel. So with 4 beats, it means your crescendo is going to last 4 beats without any variety of click or metronome on this. Bit hard to tell, but you've got everything from an eighth. I've spotted 1. Eighth is very short, but anyway, 1 beat, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up to 8 beats at the top. Let's try a different one. That's nice. That's pretty cool. 4 beats there. Let me just show you what a downbeat's not going to work. You'll see it says host not playing because it hasn't, and because I've got no active track going in the background, it's not able to pick up where the downbeat is, but it will pick up when there is one, if that was how it was set. But I'm not a fan of downbeat. Downbeat I think will be really useful if you're doing this in any variety of kind of maybe a live situation, or where you're really needing to be able to press the key at any point and get it to hit that downbeat, you know, and be bang on. That would, you know, great use for that. But of course, people who create music, generally composers doing computer-based music, almost always have post-recording control, so can always adjust stuff if they need to. Lots of people bounce stuff like this to audio, to a WAV, and line it up using that method, so you can get it bang on exactly where you want it. All different ways of doing it. Nothing wrong with doing it the way you do it. Do it the way you do it. It's perfectly fine. But there we go. So that is the difference between beats and downbeat there. And we talked about velocity. And there we go. So that is, let's just play through them again one more time. Let's just increase it a little bit. Let's go up to 6. Doesn't matter for now. The second section. I think as a sound, I prefer that upper section, just in terms of the change there in the notes. I think I prefer that one, but there we go. So that is Haunting Horns. That's number 12 from TF02 by the ProjectSAM. We haven't used it, as we said we were not going to in this final piece. Let's just listen to it one more time, all the way through from where we're at. And there we go. Right, let's bring it back up one last time. There we go. Haunting Horns, TF02, number 12, which I think was actually July. It doesn't matter. There we go. We did it a whole year. I think I'm hoping to do one more video in this series where we'll just do a light mix and master on the piece and just play the piece through for its final kind of time. But for now, that's it. That's the end of the series. Keep an eye out for that last video coming up. As always, keep making music, keep enjoying yourself, keep having fun, and I'll see you again next time.